Alright. So let's go for another concept, another topic. Let's talk about fear. What there is to say about fear. I was afraid of starting doing this, and now I'm not. Let's break down why this happened and what's the mind process behind this. What was the deprogramming and the new programming. So, as I said, I was afraid to do that, but here I am doing it. What changed? What I understood that brought me to this point. So, of course, in every human endeavor, there is a challenge, there's an obstacle. And in order for you to start doing something, you have to have a clear target, a clear thought of what the target will give you in the end, and how important that target is for you. So you have to understand those things. For me, I do this because I feel that I must do it. But why? Because through this process, I become better. Of course, one concept is money, but money is one thing that is going to give me the better version of myself. But as I do it, I realize that there's so many more things that you get from doing this thing, doing something new for you, which is amazing. Actually, I really love this feeling that I am in front of a camera and talking to people. Yeah, I really like that. It's because there's so many things. We are communicative animals. There's so many things that we want to communicate. There's so many things that we want to talk about. We want to have someone to talk about with. And I believe what I'm doing is like communicating with you. And I believe also that as a result of it, it's going to help others start communicating more. So, here you go. There's so many nice things happening here. That's why I did that. So, the challenge. You have to have a clear target, what you want to do, to be important. So my target was to get a better version of myself. The other reason that or maybe better yet, what's my thinking? How did I end up doing that? I realized that there's always an enemy, an obstacle. Always, in any human endeavor. Every time that someone starts doing something, he's going to find it sooner or later. In my case here, I found it the moment that I began doing this. The obstacle, the enemy. So, there is always an enemy. That's why you mustn't be afraid to do something. Because if you want the better version of yourself, in one way or another, you're going to meet that enemy. So it's either you meet him, you deal with him, and you move on, or you sit down and you stay the same. So guess what I decided to do? I decided to meet this enemy, battle with him, and move on. And it's nice. It's nice to think that I have a better version of myself because I'm doing this. So, That's another reason. Maybe that's one of the reasons that I ended up doing this, because I realized that whatever I do in my life, if I want something better for myself and escape from a condition that I may not like, I'm going to have to fight an enemy every time, in every direction, in every way, in whatever I set my mind to do. I'm going to have an enemy. So since this is something by de facto is going to happen in any way, there is no escaping from it. So that's exactly what you need to do. Like, that's what I needed to do. I needed to fight the enemy and deal with him. And so in order to keep moving, in order to move on, in order to progress. So there is always an enemy. So you have to settle with that thought. You have to understand there's going to be an enemy, and that's the thing. That's why it's called the battle, because there's you and an enemy, and that's you battle and you move forward. It's a battle. It's a battle. Every time that you want to become a better version of yourself, you have to battle. You have to earn it. You have to earn the better version of yourself. You have to battle the better version of yourself and get him. So yeah. So you have to have a clear thought of your target, how important that is for you, and you have to understand that there is no way escaping an enemy or the obstacle. It's going to be there, either you like it or not. So what you're going to do, you have to understand that, okay, I understand the concept of how I'm going to progress. There's going to be a battle, and I have to be ready for it, and I have to fight. So, here I am fighting. Alright, so that's those, we talked about two things. One is have to clear target of what you want and how important that is for you. In my situation, in my case, that one is to have the better version of myself. So, and there's also other things that has to do with what I am. I'm a human. I'm a communicative animal, as we are all. So, I wanted to have my better version of myself, and I wanted more communication. And I do that doing this video, so I'm facing my fear. Alright. The other thing that I knew that I'm going to have to face is something that I cannot avoid. So if I have to do this, I have to face the fact that I'm going to be nervous about it. So I'm not anymore. Maybe I'm worse for it. But anyway, it doesn't matter. The thing is, like, this is my first time doing this thing. So it's nice. It's nice because I'm a communicative person. We all are communicative persons, people. And there's a good programming, unfortunately, or fortunately. It doesn't matter. That's another concept. Oh my God, there's so many concepts that I have to talk about. Like so many concepts. It doesn't matter if you think it's fortunate or unfortunate. That's life. That's how it goes. It doesn't matter if you feel that it's a bad thing that happened to you, that someone got a knife and threatened you to rob you, or it doesn't matter if you think that it's fortunate enough that didn't happen to you. It doesn't matter. It may happen, it may not happen. That's life. You may get to a street where you cross with someone and he's a thief. So what you want? So it doesn't matter what you think, what you find fortunate or unfortunate. What you need to do is get the better version of yourself and be prepared enough in order to face a problem in your life, to face a difficulty. You have to get the better version of yourself Because a better version of yourself, he's going to have a better a better a better case, a better possibility, a better he's going to he's going to he's going to fight. He's going to have an easier fight. And the result may be that he's going to live from a battle. But if he's not prepared enough, the result might be that he will die. That's some possibilities. That it's an example, just an example, like fighting on the street, like that was an example of meeting, of coming into contact with a robber, with a thief. Let's talk about another example, another fight. Let's talk about another fight, another situation, another case that you need to have the better version of yourself. Why? Because you want that girl, don't you? You want to talk to that girl. You want to go out with her. And that's a battle. You're nervous. You end up not doing it. So that's another battle. So, wow, this video is long. And I don't remember what I started with. I think I started with fear, yeah. So you have to fight that fear. But fighting that fear, like facing the fear, you have to understand fear. You have to understand where it comes from, what it is, and how you're going to deal with it. How you're going to make this a healthier place to fight battles with fear and with any other endeavor in your life. So, coming into contact with a thief, that's a battle. Talking to the girl that you like, or every girl, just to get the flow and get going, so you end up when there's more beautiful girls, you go talk to them, so you have your confidence prepped better. So there is always going to be an enemy, and then that enemy, most of the fear, most of the enemy is you, is what you don't understand, what you're not used to do. That's the important thing here. You're not used to do something. So when you have the healthy mindset, and when you understand the concept of fear, then you can face fear easier. And each time you do it, you're going to have better results each time. And you will recognize, you will see that you have become the better version of yourself, as I am today. Today I am the better version of myself. And up until this point, I didn't have the courage, the strength to do this, to take up my phone and do a video. But now I did. I fought my enemy. And I understand that I had to fight an enemy. That's what you need to understand also. But that there is an enemy and you have to fight him. Whatever you do, whatever you choose to do, there is going to be an enemy. So when you understand this, you know that there is no other way. It's the only way. So what we can do is, like, instead of procrastinating and feeling sorry about ourselves and getting into depression, which is like a product of our mind, when we understand that we can use this and we can change we can make this healthier, but by having a healthier mindset, having a healthier way of thinking, then you understand that there is going to be a battle. And you are beginning then to progress and developing yourself in order to be more able to fight that battle. So that's going to be your point. That's going to be your focus. It's not going to be like, I don't want to do that. If you want to be better, then you start preparing for the battle. So that's it. I know that there is an enemy, and I'm fighting that enemy. And because I'm here, doing this, it means that I fought the battle and I won. I fought the last battle. There is going to be more enemies, more fear, and I know if I want to be the better version of myself, I have to keep on fighting. And I feel beautiful saying that, thinking about it, doing it. I feel beautiful. I feel beautifully. It is beautiful. So what we talked about until now, we talked about the target. You have to have a clear target. What it is important for you. You have to rationalize what the juicy part of that target is. What you really want. You don't want the power. You want to be a better version of yourself. You don't want the car. You don't need the car. What you need is the better version of yourself. So that's the target. If being the better version of yourself means that you have to have the car, then it's clear. But you know the reason, the top focus, the target is this, to have the better version of yourself. It's not the car. The car is a means to get the better version of yourself. The girl, the money, whatever it is. So you have to have a clear target. The target is to have the better version of yourself. You have to understand what you are and what's your potential and what's your role in this life. What you need to do. The role in my life is to be a man. I believe every man it's his destiny to be a man. Not destiny. I don't like using that word. It's stupid. I don't believe in destiny. I believe in changing your destiny, making yourself. That's what it is. That's how it goes. You change yourself. I don't wait for anybody to change me. I change myself. I get the information. I understand what I need to do. I understand how things work. And then I change myself. No matter the environment that I live in. No matter whatever everybody says. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Alright? So, first of all, have a clear target. Know what you need to do. You have to be a man. That's what I believe. Every man has to be a man. That's his duty. That's his potential. A bird is meant to fly. A fish is meant to swim. A man is meant to be a man. So have a clear target of what you need to do. A clear target. What you need to be a man. How are we going to do this? Is it by having better car? Yes. Is it by having better girl? Yes. Is it having more money? Yes. Whatever the fuck it is, it means it has to do, it provides to the target. Which is the target? The clear thought that you have this target. You must be a man. Alright? I'm talking to men. Now, that's the first one. The first one is that have a clear target. Know what's your target. What's your real target. Now, second, we're talking about fear right now. So second of that, what else did we talk about? I'm sorry, I'm like, I'm talking about stuff, other things pop up. Oh, I can't talk about this also. I have to talk about this also. There's what else? There's what I forgot what I started talking about. Anyway, so bear with me. So we talked about fear. You have to have a clear target. You have to know that there is an enemy. So there's going to be always an enemy, and your purpose, your focus must be to be prepared for that battle, to prepare yourself for the battle, because it's going to be a battle. There's no way avoiding this. You can't avoid not having someone to battle with, and that battle, that someone is fear, and that fear comes from you, comes from this. So when you use this, when you start understanding how this works and what this is, then you understand that there is no fear. The fear is being born from this. Alright, so okay, so first use your brain. Secondly, you use your brain. First, you need to have the clear target, what you need, what you want. Wow, I can't talk about so many things now. I had something else also in my mind right now for this, for fear. Alright, fear, and to remember what else I wanted to talk about. Alright, fear. Yeah, there's always an enemy. So, alright. Here's the other thing that I wanted to talk about, which is very important that I forgot. There is no meaning to the game without an enemy. There is no meaning to the game without an enemy. So, this is very important. It has to do also with realizing how this thing works. Without someone to battle, there is no sweetness in victory. Without struggle, there is no sweetness in victory. Without an enemy, there's not going to be a battle. So, there must be a battle, because there is no. That's the game. That's how the game works. That's the concept of the game. You battle someone, and you lose or you win. And you keep doing that without giving up, and you end up with a better version of yourself. That's it. So, that's it. That's it. I like. Yeah, there's no meaning to the game. I like games. I love games. And I like playing video games. I like playing board games. But there's a concept. When you play a game, you play to win. Like, there's an enemy, there's something, there's an obstacle, there's a competitor, there is fear, there's something that stops you from doing it, and you need to fight it. And there's no meaning without it. There's no meaning to the game without an enemy, without the obstacle to go through. Without the enemy, the obstacle, there's no meaning to the game. That's the game. That's the game. When you realize this, you say, okay, then I have to play. Then I have to do this. You understand the rule. The rule is that if you want this, you have to do this. If you want to get the better version of yourself, you have to fight the enemy. You have to overcome the obstacle. That's it. It's amazing. It's amazing because, of course, it's not like, okay, you think it and you do it. It takes time. You develop yourself. I've developed myself, and I feel better. I feel beautiful. I feel beautiful because I know I do the right thing for me, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. I feel so nice about myself. I feel beautiful about myself right now because I do this, because I understand the things that I understand. I'm freer than I used to be before understanding what I can understand today. There's so many people that helped me get to this point. There's Andrew Tate, there's Jay Waller, Sterling Cooper, Tristan, Andrew's brother. These are the main characters of the rise of the hero. Which I believe I am the hero of my own movie. So it's beautiful. It's really nice. It's a beautiful concept. It's a beautiful thought to have in your mind that you are the hero of your own movie. I feel beautiful. I feel beautiful. It's amazing. Wow, like so many topics right now to talk about. So many topics right now. Like the things that are popping into my head. Like the emotions. How a man must be like, not to be emotionless, to feel but not show emotion. It's our duty to be men. It's our duty to do what we need to do. There's so many concepts that I can talk about right now, so many topics, which I'm going to do in a different video. That's it for now.